Charlemagne, say the gang, dunk it other day, man.
You are a
The Breakfast Club.
Donkey of the Day for February 1st, 2018. The first day of Black History Month goes to Justin Payne. Now, you have no idea who Justin Payne is. Just know that it's the first day of Black History Month, and Negroes is already embarrassing us, okay? Just know that black people are not a monolith, and Justin Payne is part of a tribe called Jackass. And a tribe called Jackass is a crew of individuals brought together not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their dumbass character. Now, we've all had jobs, and when you apply for a job, you have to put down references and previous work history. This is why no matter what happens at whatever job you work for, you should always strive, to leave a good impression. Doesn't always work that way, but that should be the goal, because when you apply for another job and they call your old job, you want them to give you a glowing report, okay? Well, Justin Payne was trying to get a job in New Orleans. Not just any job. He wanted to be a police officer. I'm not mad at that. 26-year-old young black man wants to be a cop. I actually encourage that, okay? The best way to change the system is to be a part of it. So I will always salute brothers who want to be law enforcement. We need people from the community, policing the community, and I assume Justin wanted to do just that. Now, I don't know how hard it is to become a cop, but I'm sure the background check is ridiculous. Right? I'm sure it's intense. Your father's a cop, Envy, right?
Yes.
I'm sure
retired.
Retired, but I'm sure that background check is ridiculous, right?
Yep.
So if you put down a reference or a former employer, they gonna call. Okay, well, Justin Payne applied to be a cop in New Orleans on October of 2017, and he put down as a reference a former employer in Chicago called Southwest Side Trucking Company. The New Orleans Police Department sent a reference request to Justin's former employers, and Justin's name raised the red flag for Southwest Side Trucking Company. And I guarantee nobody out here could guess why. Nobody listening to my voice right now could guess why. I want you to think about any former employer you have ever had, and I want you to think about all the reasons you may get a bad reference from a former employer. Tardiness, poor performance, stealing,
right?
Quit without notice, falsifying a timesheet, not getting along with your manager. Those are pretty common reasons that you will get a poor reference from a former employer. Well, there's nothing common about Justin Payne, because Southwest Side Trucking Company called Chicago police, who in turn called New Orleans police to alert them that Justin Payne was a suspect in a nearly year-old murder case. Now, it gets better. It gets better. Well, actually, it gets worse, but because of the circumstances, it gets better for this donkey of the day. See, Justin Payne worked in Chicago for Louis Pina, a 64-year-old who was found dead the morning of December 30th, 2016. Rest in peace to him. He was found in his office trailer of his firm in the 4200 block of South Keating. Chicago police had been called for a report of a person shot, but Pina, a West Lawn neighborhood resident, died of multiple blunt force and sharp force injuries in an assault. Okay, no arrests were made in the days after the attack. Well, New Orleans police asked Payne to come to their headquarters under the pretense of providing more information for his job application. Well, when Justin showed up, he was met by Chicago detectives. He was pressed, and he later confessed to the killing. So let me put this in layman terms for you. Justin Payne applied to be a cop in New Orleans and puts down Southwest Side Trucking Company as a reference. At Southwest Side Trucking Company, he worked for a man named Louis Pina, and Justin Payne killed Louis Pina. Yes, he killed his former boss and still put his former job down as a reference. Now, I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, okay, but I've worked at 4 other radio stations in my life. I worked at Taco Bell. I worked at Demo in the Mall. I did telemarketing, a bunch of places. But if I wanted to be a cop, right, and I know I had killed someone at one of those previous jobs, I don't think I'd put that former employer as a reference.
Nah, me neither.
I don't even understand why Justin Payne put them down as a reference, period. You killed your boss, applied to be a cop, and put down your former employer as a job reference. Yeah. Justin Payne has a warrant for his arrest now for first-degree murder, and he is jailed without bond in New Orleans and is waiting to be extradited to Chicago. Some donkey of the days just sell themselves. Please let Justin Payne hear the smooth voice of Remy Ma this morning, please.
Hee-haw, you stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?